Hello, 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 everyone. This is going to be a midday money and mindset edition, right? Um, just got this Facebook post, and I really want to go live to address this right now about someone who really don't understand the power of credit and how to leverage it to get more cash flow, right? So as you all are coming in, let's do your do nows real quick. Drop your city and state and say hello, right? Drop your city and state and say hello. And I'm trying to make sure everyone is receiving notification that I'm live streaming. I had a couple of people to tell me they were not receiving a notification. I also want to make this announcement. So make sure you all hit the thumbs up, drop your city and state, say hello, and share this broadcast so that the notification that I'm live streaming will appear. Let me return this text message. So come in, say hello. Let's get the word out that I'm live. This is going to be a very important live stream. You definitely don't want to miss this. So I know it's not my normal time, but we're going right into it. Let me return this text message and tell people I'm live. Hold on. So come in, drop your city and state, and see the algorithm is going up. Hello, right, let me see. Let me go back to my screen. Do I have anyone coming in? I know I'm looking down. No one said hello. Just got a lot of live streams. I don't see any comments. So let me send my messages out to my people. They can join me live. Some people might be at work on the job. Let's see this. This is out. Okay. So let's get this party started. I don't see Jesus or Mr. Mentor or Martin in. They're usually my first three, or Brandon. So I may have some people at work, may throw them off a little bit that I'm going live, but we're going to make it do what it do anyway. And let's get into the topic, right? I want to share this. Let me share this Facebook post. Share this Facebook post. That someone posted and made the comment that having a 725 credit score is really pointless, right? So let me share the screen. Having a 725 credit score is really pointless. So you can see some of the comments here. Some people are saying fat. It amazes me how many people would take an 800 credit score instead of $100,000. Wow. I never really understood that. Credit only gets you access to money. So why not take the money, which is not true? Again, credit does not give you access to money. Credit can give you access to cash flow, right? Which is totally different than income, right? Credit can give you access to cash flow, which is totally different than one time or money. So I said, you don't understand how to leverage credit. He responded, truthfully, I don't, but I also don't have a desire to. Wow. So that's why I said this is not just about your money, people, it's about your mindset, right? This is not just about your money, but it's also about your mindset. He's saying that I don't know, but I also do not, or I don't have a desire to. What's the benefit of leveraging money that you'll owe someone else, right? My response, you, I put in quotations, won't owe them or the banks when you leverage it the correct way. You get someone, for example, maybe a tenant or something else, a cash flowing home-based business to pay you and pay the bank at the same time, right? So that's my comment. His comment was, if I don't owe the bank, why would I have to pay them? I guess he was asking me, if you don't owe the bank, why would you have to pay them? I guess he didn't understand that I'm referencing to getting the bank's money, right? Getting the bank's money. And he says, you won't owe them the bank, or I responded, the banks, when you leverage it the correct way, okay, I already said that. If I don't owe the bank, why would I have to pay them? I say, you must then read or understand my comment. You don't. Someone else will when you leverage your credit and get assets versus liabilities. So he did respond, okay, how does that work? So it's having, as you all are joining in on the live stream, make sure again you hit the thumbs up. Invite people, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you like and share, right? Good afternoon, Curtis. I'm glad you are receive a notification that I'm on. Curtis, did you receive a notification that I'm live streaming? I know some people I sent out a text to, but I'm just trying to make sure everything is correct with my YouTube. Even though it's showing a high number of people are live now, I don't see my normal people. Maybe they're at work. So I'm going to ask you all, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, right? Is having a 725 credit score really pointless, right? It's showing 777 now, so I did notify YouTube that I was getting some issues with everybody logging in, so maybe that's why it's showing a high number right now. But whether you are watching this live or on the replay, I want you to answer the question. Is having a 725 credit score really pointless, as this Facebook post suggests? Is having a 725 credit score really pointless? So whether you are watching this live or watching the replay, right? Okay, thank you. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, right? Because obviously I do like the conversation between this Facebook friend and myself. Actually, let me see if I can tag him into the video and see if I can tag him. Okay, I don't think I can. So I'll just tag him once this has finished uploading, right? I'll just tag him once this has finished uploading. So now for my affirmation to begin my videos, I am attracting people who are creative versus complainers and problem solving, attracting people who are creative versus complainers and critical. I'm attracting people who hustle and not hate, right? And also attracting people who focus on prosperity and not poverty. So thank you so much, Facebook, for that digital love. Again, you all make sure get my hair together, that you are sharing the broadcast and interacting, whether you are watching this live in a replay. Curtis says 720 better for leverage, not pointless. Okay, so let me share this with you all, and then let's see what you think about this. All right. Share this screen share with you all. This is a message from my friend that I received on IG, Instagram. Hello. Hello, I haven't saw you for a while. This a billionaire. Okay, Ben from Memphis. Haven't seen you in a while. And so let me share this with you all. Share screen. Oh, I think I shared the wrong screen. So I think you all can see it now. This is as large as I can get it, but if you can see that screen share, you can see $150,000 approval. He was letting me know. Thank you so much, Freedom, that he received this approval through the SBA loan, $150,000. He said the money hit my account yesterday. I said, congratulations. What are you going to do with it? Responded, buy more cars. That thanks, no payment for a year, 3.5% interest rate for 30 years. So let me ask you all this. If this was you, whether you are live or in a replay, if you got approved, you were approved for $150,000 SBA loan, what would you do with it? All right. You were approved during this economic times, on this economic reset, right? You were approved for $150,000 Small Business Association loan. What would you do with it? Now, I want you to see the key in that this was a small business loan, right? This was a small business loan. So the key to being qualified is having a business. And I think, we don't understand, we don't know the difference between assets and liabilities, first of all, right? So Curtis said he will open a business. Curtis, what type of business would you open? Ben, this a billionaire, said I would invest in my business and get some rental property. Okay, Ben, so you're sure on rental property when landlords in exactly 3 days have the right to evict tenants, it's going to be $50 million. 50 million, almost 50 million tenants that will be evicted from non-payment of rent. So let me pull up that article. Freedom says, invest online. How would you invest online? I need you all to be specific with me. Cap J, I don't know what's going on. My YouTube has kind of been off. It is showing like 1,000 people online right now and not thumbs up, but I usually get more engagement. So my YouTube has been off. notify customer service, so maybe they are helping to boost the video this morning because a lot of people were not getting notifications. But you all at least hit the thumbs up, so that more people can get the notification. That's how they get notified, because YouTube algorithm will notify them as more people hit the thumbs up. So make sure you take the time to do that. Maybe a Sweet Charlotte ice cream franchise or online education business. Okay. So you will open a franchise, a brick and mortar franchise, while we are approaching a recession. And people, I'm not against any of this what you're saying or suggesting. I just want to encourage you to think. Brick and mortar business are going out of business. More corporations are laying people off, right? Because they are saving an overhead by having their employees work from home. So please, why would you open a brick and mortar business right now? Explain it to me. Why would anyone want a brick and mortar business? Vehicle sales are dropping because people are working more from home from their 9 to 5 because corporations are having cutbacks. Why would anyone want a brick and mortar? And so if you would invest in a franchise model, then my question is, Curtis, for example, there's Jesus. I didn't know if you was at work. I'm so glad to see you. I don't know how long you can stay on, but I just want to make sure, because it's like my YouTube channel has been messing up, Jesus. And I did look into what you told me this morning, and I notified them. And I think they boosted this video because of that, because a lot of people's not getting my notifications over the last couple of days. And maybe because I've been sharing videos of my home-based business opportunity, and that's fine. But I'm going to share these videos because I have to. It's this 128 ends today at midnight Eastern Standard Time, right? And I'm trying to get people to understand the difference between cash flow and how to leverage their credit to build wealth. Ben says, Ann says, invest in our assets. What type of assets, Ann? Ben, I don't know. I will open another business. I'm doing credit repair and life insurance as we speak, but I don't know about the landlord thing. Okay. Congratulations on doing credit repair, because I'm actually going to shift out of credit repair in the next a couple of months, right? And that's why I'm really pushing this home-based business, because I'm getting to the point where with credit repair, you have to continue repeat and get new clients, right, to keep your cash flow coming in. I want to position myself where I'm continuous getting cash flow, not only with a smaller amount of people, right, where I don't have to continue to recycle and repeat and get new clients, but I can build a smaller team, a smaller amount of people, and get cash flow and income versus one-time payments through credit consultation. And actually, it's a burnout. It's beginning to be a burnout for me and a burden. And it's not the process, right? I get the results that I want with credit. I know credit. I do credit. I just don't do credit. I know credit. So my results and my numbers are usually great, but it's the people that I deal with that's beginning to take a toll on me. Just because oftentimes when you're dealing with people in credit, they really don't know business etiquette, right? They don't understand sending emails, because my emails alerts are the same way as my text messages alerts. They are going to pop up, but they rather text. I get people that text me documents versus emailing documents that I have to download and print. I have people that don't understand how to go online and check their credit reports. I have people that message me. I haven't received anything from the credit agencies. And I've explained over and over again that it's 30 business days, 6 weeks. And I even give them the credit agency's phone numbers, right? Because I'm not the CEO of Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And I ask them to contact the credit agencies before they contact me. They contact me first. I used to have a big problems with people text messaging me, calling me, sending long, lengthy emails. And, I had to come out with my videos and explain the text messages in the business world and emails are meant for information, right? Not conversations. So send 2 or 3 lines. And I'm seeing more people shifting out of the credit restoration or repair work that were big in credit repair. Like Will Roundtree is speaking more about do-it-yourself credit repair, not necessarily doing the credit repair process for people. CJ, the credit fixer, he's not talking about it as much anymore. Corey P. Smith, the king of credit, is not talking about doing credit repair anymore. Everyone is shifting toward just, you know what, I'm going to allow you all to do it yourself because of some of the issues that I'm facing. And it can be a burnout because often people with low credit scores do not understand business etiquette and how to conduct business. They don't understand scanning and email. And, I have to also give them tutorials of how to use their iPhones, right? iPhones should be making you money. How to use their iPhones to scan and email documents, get them notarized. And it's just, if a lot of them don't have credit monitoring systems and then they get frustrated after 6 weeks. And then a lot of times you've had this it takes years to build bad credit. It takes years to build good credit, right? And it takes years to build bad credit. Years and months of the wrong type of activity, right? So most people, for example, they have an 800 or 850 credit score. They've had a credit card or credit cards or student loans posting on their credit report since the age of 18 and 19, but they use them in a positive way. So a lot of people want to know, what's the secret to having a perfect 850 credit score? What's the secret to, having over the 800? It's getting those lines of credit early so you can have a long credit reporting history, but also keeping them in good standing early. And then on the flip side, the secret to having a low credit score is getting those lines of credit early, right? And abusing them and then cutting that off, abusing one credit card, cutting that off and getting another one, abuse that one, getting another, or abusing a loan and cutting that off. So I prefer for people to begin building good credit with credit cards, lines of credit versus student loans. And this is why. Exactly, Jesus. You won't believe how many people invest. I haven't understood this. Why stand in line? There go my other Jesus. Here go your friend. See, it bothered me. The only other person I need to come in right now is Mr. Mentor. It bothered me. How many thumbs up do we have, Jesus? It bothered me when Jesus and Martin said they didn't get notification of my live streams. I'm like, oh my God, those are my guys. Those are my boys, so they got to get their notifications. And if nobody else, if Curtis, Jesus, and Martin, I need those. And Mr. Mentor, you all have got to get it. Why? Because you all continuously push me and motivate me to grow and become better, right? To grow and become better. You always saying, Queen, we're waiting on that book. Queen, we need you to grow your channel. Queen, we need you to look into this. We need you to, and I will get to the point I am redoing some things today so I can focus on my book. Like for example, I haven't changed this on my website yet. I will do this when I log off, but my credit consultations will be $125 now, up from, or a price change from the $75, because my time is more valuable now than it's ever been. If I get 10 people to say yes, because I'm really not sure how many people are live. Jesus, let me know how many thumbs up you see, or Martin or Curtis. But I don't know how many people are live, or my other viewer that says yes. Naya, you are so true. Virtual business are the key. Cap GGG said we only had 2 thumbs up, so you all get those thumbs up. And then my home-based business is going live in 5 minutes, so I have to get the people that usually follow me to get that. But Jesus, I think you all came in a little later. I want to share this because I shared this earlier. I'm going to share this with you all now. $150,000 SBA loan, and I was asking the question. And this is my good friend guy that sent me this screen share. And I was asking the question, if you, or if some of you all would qualify for this, what would you do with it? Because it takes a combination of credit, cash flow, and capital, right? Credit, cash flow, and capital. Yeah, Jesus, I don't know what's going on with that. I did contact customer support for YouTube and let them know, and they told me they would look at some things as well. Thank you so much, Mark. So $150,000, he was notifying me that, look, that money just hit my account yesterday. Now, let's be honest. If you are qualified credit-wise and collateral-wise, and you got $150,000 to invest in assets, would you go to work? Would you report to work next week? Yes or no? Yes or no? If you received $150,000 to invest with, because you had the cash flow and collateral in place, that money hit your account, and look, no payment for a year at dirt cheap interest rate, 3.5% interest rate for 30 years. Would you go to your job and continue to earn income, or would you want to learn how to flip this $150,000 to invest in cash flow? Tell me, would you go back to work? Just say yes or no. Learn shorthand, so you don't have to write out a lot. Whether you're watching this live or in the replay, would you go back to work? No, saying, yeah, I would rather. And see, this is why credit creates freedom. I want you all to put that in, type that in, right? Whether you're watching this live or in the replay, credit creates freedom. Now, let me tell you what this person had to have in place. Wow. Naya said she would go back to work until her business was established in cash flow. Okay. Michael said he would. I'm going to tell you unequivocally, I would not. I work in public schools, and with this health pandemic, people are afraid to go back to work with the Rona going around. So for people that will continue to work a job, and you had this much capital, which a job would take you away. See, that's why I said in my affirmations of the video, creativity. I want people who are creative, because your job will take hours away from you learning how to invest this $150,000, but you would still, even in a health epidemic, Even with surrounding yourself with people that could possibly affect your health, you will still report to work and take away time for learning how to invest this 150K to create more cash flow. I want you all to also, whether you're watching this live on the replay, put in mindset equals money. Mindset equals, or it take, no, this don't put equal, put mindset plus money. When you have the mindset, people, the money will come. I'm just being honest. In this pandemic, where it can involve my health, and I'm going to apply for the SBA business loan, I would flip that so quick into getting cash flow and income. The only way I would continue to put myself in that. Thank you, Martin. You did it right. Thank you. That's better than me. Martin said mindset equals money. Put mindset equals money. I like that better. I like that better, Martin. I like that better. Mindset equals money, because it is no way. You know how much time you would take away and put yourself in a non-healthy environment. What if you did go to that 9 to 5 and you receive the Rona? Now your health is in a state where you can't even focus on the 150. Where you can't even focus on the 150, right? So your mindset equals your money, right? The money starts in the mind. Mindset equals your mind. And I thank you all for being honest. This is not a right or wrong, but I have to let people know, once you shift your mindset, you can shift your income. Once you shift your mindset, you can shift your income. So let me share this with you all as well. And then I might have to log off. Well, I'm not going to log off. I'm going to share with you all about the home-based business, right? The video, they're probably live streaming now. So, but I'm going to just, do this, share this with you all. And I may miss 5 minutes of their introduction. Cash flow, credit, and collateral. Oh my, I like that, right? How each influences your SBA loan approval. Applying for an SBA loan requires some planning, assembling all of your paperwork, writing your business plans, and other key steps. But the planning process also extends beyond information gathering. It's vital that you understand the key success factors that go into winning a loan application and what you can do to prepare for and help you boost these, right? Cash flow is king. I want you all to put this in a comment, whether you are watching live or in the replay. And I just did a video on, I think Monday, was it Monday or Sunday? I don't know. Explaining, giving 5 reasons. You haven't watched this video, go to my channel and do the keyword search or video search, 5 reasons why cash flow is king, right? 5 reasons why cash flow is king. I've been telling people cash is not king. Actually, cash is trash. It's the lowest yielding asset. Lowest yielding asset. Let me show you all this as well, because I told you all last night I felt like teaching. I said that last night. I felt like teaching, and I still feel like teaching. I'm going to show you all this, and once you understand this will free you financially. This will free you financially. Yeah, let's go to Credit Church. You know what? I need to get some type of someone to do me some type of song that's non-trademark song for Credit Church, right? That's right. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Let me show you all this. When you understand this will free you financially. I know Brian Bean is on, my millionaire mentor is on, but the queen feel like teaching right now. I really feel like teaching, because I'm going to help people through their credit get financially free. You all see this? Let me put this back and take me out. You all see this? how generational wealth is built. Employed people employing money. I'm gonna leave this up there for a while. I want you all to get this. I left it up there for a couple of seconds and went to quiet mode for a reason. Yeah, let's have credit church. See, an asset, what you all have to understand is that credit is an asset. I want you all to put that in the comments, right? Credit is an asset. Put that in the comments for me. Credit is an asset, as well as home-based business is an asset, as well as real estate is an asset. And look, I'm gonna share the video because I know they're live right now. It's 105 of this. Did you all know, for example, in the home-based business, see, a lot of people quote the scripture because the Bible is the number one best-selling book on money and prosperity, right? And the Bible also says that wealth and riches. Yeah, let's have credit church, Martin. Martin, you all are making me preach, teach, and you all know Brian Beam is on. I'm supposed to be in my home-based business because that 128 ends today at midnight. But we got to preach, teach. I guess YouTube is showing me some love too. So let me share you all. Let me share this with you all too. Let's share this scripture. This is going to be our scripture for today. I wasn't planning on teaching, preaching at 106 Central Standard Time, but let's go. It says Psalms 112 and 3. Wealth and riches shall be in their houses, right? Let's see. That's right, Jesus. Jesus, y'all just pump me up. Y'all just keep. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to meet you all live. I'm telling you, I'm going to have a credit and cash flow conference, and I'm going to meet you all live. So let me stop sharing it. We're going to have credit church. I'm all of you all, my YouTube followers. I'm going to have a credit and cash flow conference once this thing's set up, and I'm going to see all of you all in person. I'm speaking it. That's going to happen. Psalms 112 says, and 112 verse 1, it starts off with, praise the Lord. Blessed are those who fear the Lord and who find great delight in his demands, right? It goes, their children will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed. And this is what I love. I'm telling you, this is the number one best-selling book on prosperity. Wealth and riches are in their houses, right? Wealth and riches are in their houses. Do you all understand the difference between wealth and riches? Let me put let me put the screen back up. Yeah. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And people have to hear things over and over and over again to get the message, because it takes the mindset to change. That's why when you all come live, I ask you to make a mind message connection. And if you're able to participate and able to type in the comments, type in my key phrase and key words so that you can retain it, right? So you can retain it. So thank you. Wealth and riches. I can do a whole other live stream about the difference between wealth and rich. So did you all, for example, the Queen of Credit presents Credit and Cash Flow Conference. Soon, even if I have to do it virtual, because I'm telling you, I'm getting burnt out from doing credit. I'm getting burnt out from doing credit consultation, right? And so, how is wealth and riches in your house, people? Understand this. Oh, boy, I got to write that down. See, I'm always ready to take notes. I love that. I love that. Bible. Oh my God. Whether you all are watching this live or in the replay, put that in. Mo SBMS. Is that for Mississippi or? Bible is a book. Oh my God. See what happens when you live stream. When you do what the Spirit, when you've been moved by the Spirit. Bible is a book on banking. Yeah, put that in. I love that. Bible is a book on banking. I got to type that in. I'm a hashtag, Bible, B-I-B. Yes. Book on banking. I have something else I need to share with you all too. So let me stop this. And oh my God, I'm going to take you to my home-based business because it's helping to create generational wealth. We have land banking in California, Antelope, California, where we have opportunities for people to really get out of debt step by step, use credit to create cash flow. That's why I'm telling you all, if you have a credit card or even a debit card, I'm not like Dave Ramsey that tell you to cut up your credit cards and then we'll accept it as payment. They accept credit or debit cards. I prefer for people to use credit cards for investing purposes, right? But let me share this with you all. This was a powerful, powerful video that I came across. And then I'll get into my home-based business because I want you all to understand this land banking opportunity so you can get a certificate and pass that to your children's children. See, the Bible, the best-selling, the banking book, right, is a book on banking. Bible is a book on banking. Tells you that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. See, that's the difference between being rich and being wealthy, right? That's the difference. See, it's some people that are rich. They make six figures. They're thousandaires. But they're still broke. There are some people with a 720 credit score, but they're still broke, right? So and there are some people, as we're talking about, the Bible is a book on banking, right? The Bible is a book on banking. There are some people who are Christians, even though they read this banking book and are still broke. You want to know why? Because a lot of churches will focus on 2 or 3 scriptures. I need you all to hashtag like Martin did, credit church, because that's what we're having. Credit church. A lot of churches will teach on these main 2 scriptures, poverty scriptures. First of all, 2 Timothy. That for the love of money is the root of all evil. They preach that one, which is totally taken out of context. My thing is, if you get up and work for money every day, does that mean you love it? You get up and work for money every day, does that mean you love it? Right? So there, and then the other scripture they love to beat in the ground, just beat it. Besides 2 Timothy, love of money is root of all evil, is the rich young ruler. The rich young ruler. Oh my God, don't they love that one? He went and don't hurt him. You might as well put I was born in 78. You might as well put that please hammer don't hurt him in there. Please, Queen, don't hurt him. Do it like that. Tell me like that. Please, Queen, don't hurt him. I haven't been live streaming in about a couple of days. I came prepared this morning. I'm 13 minutes. I'm supposed to be in my home-based business. That's right. Pass the collection plate. I want you all to put this in there. While you watch it live in a replay, let's thank YouTube for showing that I had 1,256 views right now. I don't know how many thumbs up, but let's thank YouTube. Say, please, Queen, don't hurt them. Man, y'all making me act so bad. Say, please, Queen, don't hurt them. So they preach on the rich young ruler, right? The rich young ruler. And he went and said, what did I have to do to enter the kingdom? Not to be saved, right? Because the man said he kept all his commandments. So he must have been a Christian. But people don't know what kingdom is, right? People don't know what kingdom is, right? And he said, oh, God said, okay, you want to enter the kingdom, sell all that you have, sell it to the poor, sell everything and follow me. And he said, ooh, I can't do that. I can't do that. That did not make him not a Christian. That didn't make him a Christian. That did not. He said, I've done it. I kept all the commandments since my youth, the 10 commandments. I haven't done it. That's more than a lot of Christians could say. How many Christians can say they kept all the commandments? So we didn't look at that this man was spiritually rich and materially rich. He just didn't know what to do to enter into kingdom, which is the next step, kingdom prosperity. See, he was rich. God was trying to give him the formula to be wealthy. He was rich and he was a Christian. God was trying to take him to the next level of wealth. Why do you say that, Queen? Yeah, please, Queen, don't hurt him. Because that's what he did for King Solomon. King Solomon went to him and said, Lord, I want wisdom, right? Give me wisdom. And King Solomon, God said, God said, because you asked for wisdom and not riches and wealth, I'm going to give you the riches and wealth. Why don't they teach that, preach that? Huh? Why don't they teach, preach that? Why? I want you all to put why, whether you're watching this live in the replay. Why do you hear more about the poor man Lazarus, right, than the rich man Lazarus, who Jesus rose from the dead, that was Mary and Martha's brother, that was rich? How do I know Lazarus was rich? Because Martha, she's the one that had the oil and poured it on Jesus' feet. And Judas, right, said, we could have sold that oil. We could have sold that oil. Oh, they had money. Mary and Martha, Lazarus, when Jesus was preaching the gospel, they had a house and they allowed him to come and live in their house. Why? Yeah, I'm preaching today. I should really have some super chats, because we should have collection. I am preaching, teaching today. I told you I felt like the Spirit was on me. Why do you hear about the woman that gave her last mite, and it said her name will be recorded in history in the New Testament, right? She gave her last, and we talked about that. But that, even with that, God said everybody else gave more, but she gave her last. But she gave out of her desires and wants. You didn't catch that. They said she gave her last out of her desire. What if your last check for unemployment, you used it to invest in this home-based business for $128? What if you decide to give your last out of your desire to create more? See, that's what you didn't catch. She gave her last out of her want. Some of it translates desire. To create more. Why? We're saying why? Why don't they teach you about, in 2 Kings, the rich woman? And it tells you not because of her husband's wealth, but she decided to build, prosperity preaching. I'm going to write that down too. That's a good one, because I love alliterations. Prosperity preaching. I love them. Why Don't you hear about the woman that was rich in Old Testament and Second Kings, and she just built a room for the evangelist. She was so rich and wealthy because, evangelism, preaching of the gospel was done by passing in homes, not in church buildings. And she said, because you pass through here ever so often, I'm just going to build you another room, right? I'm going to build you another room, and whenever you pass by at your leisure, you can come here and stay. And her son later died, and that same prophet rose her son from the dead. But it talked about that woman's wealth. I like that one too. Is that a Maxwell song? This woman's wealth? Is it you all? I want to write that down. Is that Maxwell songs? This woman's wealth? Why you don't? And so my thing is, our church is designed to keep people, like Martin said, oppressed. Because you hear more about Abraham and his stocks and his land and okay, so Maxwell said woman's worth. Thank you, Carissa. Carissa, man, you both supposed to be watching my econ. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry, not my econ. Don't think about my econ. MWR, making with wealth. This is what I want to do. I want you all to stay on. Yeah, I do have woman now wealthy. That's trademark, people. It's trademark, right? But Maxwell has, according to Carissa, woman's worth. So Jesus, I like woman's worth too, but I'm gonna have to make it woman's wealth. Thank you, Carissa. Carissa, you can stay with me, honey. I'm about to put the video up. I know they halfway through it, but they're gonna be off for about 45 minutes. So I'm going to put the MWR opportunity up for some people. But I want you all to listen to this real quick. It's not as long, and then we're going to get into the home-based business. This was so powerful to me. You all got to listen in.
Baker. Yeah. Was probably like the most important thing as far as finances that you took away, as far as things that you've seen people not really paying attention to that they should.
Great question.
So I know like budgeting is one thing, savings definitely one thing, but what's another step we could take further where, because people know about savings, people know about budgeting, so we don't do it.
I'll be honest with you. I feel as though a lot of people that I've met in my years of banking, specifically in the Black community, they didn't have trade lines.
What's that?
A trade line is like either credit cards, lines of credit, these basically credit accounts.
Gotcha.
I want you to pause. I'm preaching, teaching. He said many people in the Black community did not have trade lines. Right? Let me write this shorthand. Did not have trade lines. Unfortunately, many of us, the first thing we get, because they make it easy and accessible, is student loans, right? Student loans. So let me unpause it.
Don't have them. I've run across so many people, and I'm like, hey, do you know what simple enough, do you know what a trade line is? And they're like, no, I don't have them. I don't do credit cards. They're scary. And I would always ask them the question, well, what's scary about a credit card? Well, my mom told me that I shouldn't get a credit card because it's going to put me in credit card debt. I'm like, was your mom in credit card debt? And he said, yes. And I said, well, your mom was in credit card debt because of her bad habits, not because of the credit card. It's because she wasn't focused on the things that she was spending money on.
I listen. He said, your mom was in credit card debt because of her bad habits, not because of the credit card. For people, this credit cards are evil. Credit cards are neither evil or good, depending on what you do with them. That makes your results bad or good.
Of her bad habits, not because of the credit card. It's because she wasn't focused on the things that she was spending money on so that she could fix her habits so then she could be in the right financial position. And I had to break down that process to so many younger black men, specifically black men. I feel like I would say a lot of the white men that I met, they kind of had a better grasp on credit. Maybe it was based off of the area that I was in too. I was in downtown Center City, Philly. So every time I would see like a white man or woman come in, they would have at least one credit card or two, and they understood how to transfer debt over. They knew how to transfer their debt that had a high interest rate over to a interest-free credit account so they could pay it down as fast as they could. Like they knew.
I transfer their debt from a high interest rate. This is why I tell people a lot of time. You have high interest rate debt. I tell people about the Chase Freedom Card, for example. And a lot of people ask me about the difference between the Chase Freedom Card and the City Card for its cash back. And I may do a live stream teaching that. But simple, short, City Cards, the Chase Freedom Card give you more cash back on all of your purchase, where City Cards is not doing it with their double cashback reward. So you don't have to select what purchase you will make to get that cash back. And that's why I always talk about the Chase Card Freedom versus City Card. I put the link up. But that's another chess move. So I told you how I felt like preaching and teaching today. I even have my visual for you all. I even have my visual for you all. I got it today. Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna share the screen. I have it today, people. I want you all to put, this is chess and not checkers. My channel is for chess and not checkers. Using credit, the queen, the most versatile piece on the board. Move diagonally, vertical, horizontal. The queen, the most powerful piece in your financial game plan. The king is the most important. This is cash flow. Let's play chess, right? This is cash flow. The pawn can be promoted, right, by the queen, which means the pawn is cash. Sorry, I had the wrong thing. The pawn is cash. This is cash, the lowest yielding asset. But when you combine it with credit, you can get cash flow. Right? So let me go back and replay that video. Thank you, Jesus. Let's play chess today. Yeah, this is chess, not checkers. This is chess, not checkers. And I probably will let you all catch the second half of the home-based business presentation.
Strategies like that, but in the black community, it was a little bit more challenging. So I would say trade lines and credit. Interesting enough, and it's like we got to get out of that mentality that credit cards are bad.
Right.
That debt is bad, and I should just stay away from it.
Right.
And honestly, that is the one thing that creates so much buying power for you.
Did you all catch that?
If you don't have any cash on hand, having credit to your name, a 700, 750, 800 credit score is you have so much leverage when it comes to walk.
I got to replay it again. We got to get our mindset. And he talked about if you don't have cash on hand, having credit to your name is so much leverage.
Just stay away from it. When honestly, that is the one thing that creates so much buying power for you. If you don't have any cash on hand, having credit to your name, a 700, 750, 800 credit score is you have so much leverage when it comes to walking inside of the bank to where you don't need cash now because they'll give it to you based off of your credit history. Now you can take that money to do whatever you so please. You want to go into real estate investing, you want to start a business, but you have little to no capital, or why your capital is your credit.
Your capital is your credit.
And people also don't understand, in our communities, black communities, we don't understand that even if you put yourself in a bad situation credit-wise, they literally created a system where you can get your credit fixed and start all over again. You know how many billionaires, millionaires file for bankruptcy, and they literally play with the system and do it all over. We gotta get a better grasp of that. So that's one of the biggest things I've seen.
All right, I'm gonna pause that. Martin, you said you can barely hear. It's as loud as I can get the volume from my laptop and on the video. So I'm moving the mic closer. Maybe that'll help. But as he stated, let's see. Do you know how many billionaires, he said, filed for bankruptcy and they rinse and repeat? That's why I love credit, because even though a lot of people abuse it, it always gives you can always reinvent it and revision it, right? That's another alliteration. Your credit. That's why credit is an investment, right? That's why credit is an investment. So Martin, let me know if moving my mic makes it better, because I have the volume up as high as I can get it, even on the video here. So.
And the only way that we will is if someone's willing to teach us. Like I told you before, I mean, the first time I heard about credit, my pop told me. He told me if I did something, it was going to like ruin my credit. I was 19. Like, yo, the heck is credit? You know what I mean?
But did he have a conversation with you about if you did what though?
Student loans. If I took out that student loan, it would mess up my credit.
So he just had a blanket statement that if you took out a student loan and mess up your credit.
Yeah.
Did he break down as to how it could possibly mess up your credit?
I don't know what credit was.
Funny enough, student loans can't mess up your credit unless you don't pay it and it goes into default. Student loans are considered a trade line. Now, that's one of the only things that no matter what you do, you're not getting student loans off of your credit. The government gonna get their money. But literally, that's a trade line. And you could literally pay a few $100s a month for your student loans, and that creates positive credit history, to be honest.
Well, so since a lot of college kids are going back to school, would you suggest they get credit cards? Just use them wisely? Or
now, the thing is with college kids, a lot of them are already putting themselves in a very, I don't want to say that because I don't want to discourage anybody from going to school. But for many who are putting themselves into a lot of debt, I don't feel as though that college should be the first entry. I don't feel as though student loan debt should be the entryway to debt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like 80 to 100K, even if it's 60K, as a 19, 21-year-old, and this is your first introduction to debt, that's serious.
Yeah.
Like the amount of monthly payments that you're going to have when you graduate from school with no guarantee of whether or not you're going to get a job, it's just scary. And then there's no way that you can get rid of student loan debt. Of course, they have programs in place where you might be able to get.
This is dropping so many jewels, and then I'm going to share you all whatever's left of the home-based business presentation. But I have to stop and pause. He said again, there is no way to get rid of student loan debt, and yet that's the highest debt that a lot of my 18 and 19-year-olds accumulate. And then they turn around and get a degree that in no way can repay the student loan debt. So tell me what's more, I don't know. I can't think of the word. Can't even, what's more of a manipulation than to get young people early on? Yes, Jesus, that's the word. Thank you. Evil. Than to get 18 and 19-year-olds early on into high astronomical student loan debt. Then they get a degree. They can't repay the debt, right? And it's just not young people. I see people 40, 50, 60, 6 figures in student loan debt, and you can't get rid of it. What does that mean? You can't file for a bankruptcy with a student loan debt like you can a credit card debt. A student loan debt can get your check garnished, unlike credit card debt. Credit card debt is unsecured debt. And then many people get degrees with that high astronomical debt that's issued by the government, All student loans since 2008, Obama's administration, are now government student loans, and you can't get rid of. The two most deadly things is taxes and student loan debt, which are all controlled by the government and the IRS and the feds. Right. Well, with credit cards now, Mark, you said the first day of you got credit cards in your mailbox. You know what I did with my first credit card for college? I used it was Discover card, $5,000 credit limit, and I bought my first investment rental property with it. I bought a $5,000 house that my high school principal and his wife used to live in my hometown, and I sold that house for $85,000 of capital gain. I had a Home Depot credit card. Everything was done on credit. Home Depot credit card. I got the contractor to agree to do the work for me up front. We had a contractual agreement. No money. I was straight out of college. My degree wasn't even in this. I was watching and studying Carton Sheets, zero down payment plan. And Carton Sheets at that time, you had 30 days, right? I even got the program on my credit card. You had 30 days of a free trial offer. And if you didn't return it in 30 days in the mail, then they would charge you for it. So I told myself, I said, I'm going to study this for 25 days and I'm going to send it back in the mail because, that was my mindset then. I didn't look at it as investment, but I studied it. And I found a way to get a rental property with no money down at all, no cash in the deal. Whether you all are watching this live or in the replay, I want you to type that in. No cash, no cash in the deal, no cash. That's why you can't sell me on what credit can do, right? You can't tell me no cash in the deal, none. Contractual agreement with the contractor. Look, when this house sell, we're gonna pay you this amount. He gave me the upfront pricing for the work. Had a Home Depot credit card. My ex-husband at the time also worked at Home Depot. We got his employee discount. Got the and that was it for me. But you know why I went back into the workforce? Because at 21, I got pregnant with my daughter, and I thought I need insurance coverage. That was it. What if I would have kept that mindset 20 years from now? You will see me live streaming from a mansion, bigger house. Just that was the break. I was 21, got pregnant, got married. Listen to people who didn't understand this mindset, right? Entrepreneur mindset. Say you need to go to work. You're gonna need insurance. I could have paid for insurance policy if I would have kept that mindset and I didn't have to get it at a discounted rate from the job, right? Could have got independent insurance, health coverage insurance, but just was not around the right circle of people that advised me. And I'm young, I'm 21. So I took the comfort and security. And now I'm going to dedicate my life to getting back to what my 18, 19-year-old mindset was. That's our purpose and mission in life. I don't know how you had Discover card about a 5-city change. Still, well, most people did more than that, right? So I'm supposed to be showing you how to home-based business. So let me play this.
What's it called? Forgiveness, but I don't even know how that really works, to be honest. That's the one thing that you're not getting rid of. Credit cards and different things, you can mess up with your credit card. I had a credit card that I literally, when I was like 19 years old, I had my first credit card. It charged off. I think it charged off like 30, I'm gonna say like $350. A charge off is basically when the debt is bad to the company. I didn't pay it. Next thing you know, they put it on my collection account. They charged off as bad debt. I got a negative inquiry on my credit report. It's a collection account. I literally went to a credit repair company, and I'm gonna plug credit exterminators, but went to a credit repair company. They wiped $350 wiped off because basically they sent the paperwork in to the company The company needs to have all of your information accurate, and if they don't, then they have to remove it from your credit report within 30 to 60 days immediately.
Did you all hear that? Wiped off, charge off, wiped off. So what happens when you get your charge off wiped off your credit report and you get a good tax financial expert? Because sometimes if charge off is through is a high amount, right? Then you will also get a 1099 in the mail for that difference, right? For that amount, because the companies will often write that off as bad credit. And I tell people the name of the game is taxes, right? If you don't take care of your taxes, you'll always accumulate debt. And so the companies are always looking, big businesses are always looking for tax write-offs. That's something else the middle class don't understand, right? So a 1099-C, they write it off, and then you have to claim it on your taxes as income unless you don't have a tax professional. I got that kick too, but did nothing supporting my itch dream. Yeah, that cards and sheets. That cards and sheets was the truth back then.
Luckily, they didn't have my right address. They spelled something wrong. Boom.
All right, so we're gonna pause right here. He said, luckily, that charge off removal, they didn't have his right address. They spelled something wrong. See, that's why I be telling people, I offer this in my credit restoration. See, people ask, what's the difference between what you do, Queen, and credit repair businesses? Month-to-month credit repair businesses. This is what the difference is. I get those old addresses and names removed. I've been telling you all and preaching to you all, old addresses and names is a secret sauce to getting negative accounts off your report expeditiously, quicker, right? And it increases your credit score. I actually saw on Experian website yesterday that it stated that removing old names and addresses does nothing for your credit score. That is false information. They are lying to you. And it was right on Experian website. I'm like, this is the biggest lie. And so when people tell me I'm working with professionals, I'm working with Lexington Law, I'm working with this month to month, they don't get the addresses. They don't look at getting addresses removed and deleted. And it's a powerful, powerful weapon. And it's something that I do. I usually, do it at no cost for my clients. So what I did today, I made a decision of what the investment would be to get addresses and names removed. I'll just put that in the credit analysis, and I'll do that as a part of the plan. So my credit analysis have the price has changed from $75 to now $125 for the credit analysis, but that's what you're getting with the services. So let me replay that.
Luckily, they didn't have my right address. They spelled something wrong. Boom. Just like that. So it's things like that to where you can make mistakes on credit cards, and next thing you know, they can fix it. But it's not really about the mistake. It's not the mistakes on the credit card. The real question we should be asking ourselves is, why do we make mistakes like that? It all ties back down to financial literacy. When you get that credit card,
financial
what
literacy.
was your intention? Was your intention to spend money recklessly? Money that you didn't have, and every time that you have little to no money in your account, you're like, oh, I'm about to go make this purchase anyway, and I'm going to pay it back later. The second you say that to yourself, you already done messed up. Not the mentality you should have when getting a credit card. The strategy you should take when getting a credit card is, I'm going to leverage this to literally make small purchases just to be able to make payments on it, so I can have a small balance with a little utilization, 10 to 15% utilization, so I can grow the actual my credit score. And then when I get my score up to a certain point, now I can leverage that to now be able to make sound purchases that are going to yield me back a return. But that's the thought process that we didn't learn. We don't just get credit cards for no reason. You know what I'm saying? If I get a credit card, I'm getting it for a very particular reason, to build my credit. I'm making small purchases on it.
You just don't get credit cards for no reason. You just don't get credit cards for no reason, people. Just don't do that. Now, a lot of people are going to need them right now for essential needs, right? Groceries, gas, and rent. But this is where the economy is headed.
Can't afford it, I'm not using my credit card to buy it. If I can't afford a dumb purchase, I'm not using the credit card to buy it, you know? And that's kind of what we're missing and what we have to learn. You know, use the credit card for the strategy of setting yourself up for the future, of being able to leverage your credit to be able to make sound purchases. How do you think, like when you look at these franchises like the Dunkin' Donuts, the Subways, the McDonald's, you know, do you think these people are buying these franchises in cash? And they're not buying it in cash. You know, in some instances, you need to have a certain amount of cash.
Did you all just hear that? Do you think billionaires, CEOs are buying that? And for the people that told me earlier in this, I would, you know, open a brick and mortar business. Do you think they're, like he said, do you think they're doing this in cash?
With cash before the franchise allows you to purchase, but they using money from the banks to be able to finance these franchises, these buildings, real estate. They go into the bank. The bank finance damn near half the world. They finance half the world. Why are we not getting financed by the banks? Why are we so scared to use it? You know, number one is because we don't got the leverage. You know, number two, we haven't thought out a strategy as to how we're going to be able to do it.
All right, so let me stop sharing. I need you all to watch the last part of this presentation. Some of you all need extra cash flow in your life. They're almost at the end, right? They're almost at the end. I'm going to share this information. And if you have any credit questions, stay to the end and I will answer them, right? We'll get back on the topic of credit, but it's only a couple of minutes left, so I want you all to watch.
What's this about? What's the presidential?
Let me tell you. As your team grows, the company actually operates on a point system. So everything is collectively. As your team grows, so do your points. And as your points grow, like Brian said, you get to certain levels where you can unlock different bonuses that are paid monthly. The presidential bonus that he's talking about right here goes from $500 all the way up to $100,000.
That's crazy. And guys, look, at the 4 o'clock, you're going to hear from Mr. Larry Murray. This is Larry Murray was sponsored by Charles Ivory, who you see on the screen here. And Larry Murray is our young Thundercat, right? This guy, man, let me just give you an example. There's 6 positions in the company. You have the lower 6 to get you going, executive, senior, and area. And then you have the lower 3, and you have the top 3, district, regional, and national. Larry Murray hit the district position in 60 days.
Wow.
60
Young
days.
Man.
This boy is on fire, and I'm so proud of him. He's going to join us on the 4 o'clock. So we're going to get out of here so you guys can get ready for that. Charles Ivory, I heard you got another pay raise this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is. 2,500. Hey, it's a beautiful thing, Brian. Halfway there to 5.
What was the tier before this one?
Hey, it was a $1,000 bonus, man. So that was a $1,500 pay raise.
Just this past week.
This past week. And Brian, when we get to the next one, it's another one coming, man.
That's great. Because guys, the points they don't stop and you start over every time. The points roll into the next bonus. So when he went from 1,000 to 2,500, he's already halfway to 5,000. The point, it's not like a reset where you got to build again. It's amazing. So in other words, every person is building toward your 100,000 a month now. It's really ridiculous. I hope you guys understand. Please get with the person who introduced you. The daily, let me make these smaller. The daily guarantee, Brandon, where does it start? $5? What's the beauty of $5? People think it ain't no joke. Why is the $5 so important?
Man, let me tell you, if you walked outside right now and seen $5 on the ground, how many of you guys out there would pick it up? If you walked out tomorrow and seen $5 on the ground, how many of you would pick it up?
I'm gonna get it.
Probably by the third and fourth day, you're gonna go outside looking for that $5.
That's right.
Here's the thing: $5 a day is equivalent to $150 a month that the company will pay you. Once you get 3 people and 1 outside customer, that means a person that wants to utilize the services, the company starts you on your daily pay, your first tier of $5 a day. You will get a text message every single day at around 5:01 Eastern Standard Time, PM, where they are depositing $5 onto your e-wallet, which is the MWR's way of paying you on their credit card. Guys, $5 a day equals $150. And guess what? Your membership is only $119 a month.
That's right.
That covers your membership. So your business is being funded by itself. How powerful is that?
Period, point blank. Now we got some people that hit the $50 the other day. Herschel Gibbs, Richard Harden just graduated to 50 a day, $1,500 a month. So proud of Cortez Springer out of St. Louis, $1,500 a month. Bert Sims, the other half of the millionaire siblings, Quana and Bert. Well, Bert is at $1,500 a month. This is guaranteed. Mr. Junior from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and Charles. You mean to tell me you got some other income in the house? You just married?
Yes, hey, it's married money. That's it. It's married money. It's a beautiful thing.
Talk about the wife for a minute. She just hit the district position.
That's right. She hit the district position, man. And you know the funny thing about it is she didn't never think she would ever get there. You know,
Right.
it wasn't even a thought for her. You know, this stuff goes fast, Brian. You know, I was just seeing today, you asked me for a screenshot, and just in May, I was at the 150 position. And then it's July, and it's a whole different story now. It's amazing. It's amazing. This thing here is off the chain. It'd be crazy not to go.
I know you humble, but you say in May I was at 150. Now I'm at a different thing. Go ahead and tell them what you're about to do.
Oh man, Brian. Hey, I'm 2% away from $300 a day, Brian. That will hit today.
Charles, I'm telling you now from experience, that thing start moving slow, so you got to go in and push it now.
Oh, hey, Brian, 17 more people. I already calculated it. Yeah,
Okay.
I know the leg is coming from and everything. It's gonna hit tonight, Brian. If not, I'm gonna wake up the next morning and be there.
I love it. So Larry,
I had to stop and pause because I don't think YouTube, like when I share Facebook, it totally dropped from 1,000 to like now 22 people live. I don't know. So I think that's what's going on with my YouTube channel. It just does not like me sharing Facebook stuff. So maybe that's what it is. So let me log off. No, I don't apply for SBA loans. I don't do that, actual process. I help people qualify credit-wise, right? So I don't do that with the SBA myself. My tax preparer took care of that information for me, who's also in the home-based business with me as well. So that's what you get when you join the home-based business, access to my tax expert. But he only works with people in the business because he understands the tax laws of the home-based business. So if you're interested, I'm going to share you my screen. Do anyone have any more questions about credit? And then I'm logging off. But wow, I can't believe YouTube did me like that, just dropped. Or I don't know, maybe people hopped over to that live stream. Let me share with you what I'm doing in my home-based business right now. And again, if you know anything about teachers, we don't, our salary is not anything. So I'm going to show you all that this is my account. Because I'm going to log in, let you see my email, right? Let you see my email, LD at it's my credit and cash.com. So you can't say this is not anybody else's account. It's my account. This is not what this is non-residual income. Daily pay. Let me look at. I have 74 people in my organization. I get a bonus also for, what did I just look at? I get a bonus also for, okay, this is what I was looking at. Daily income has been 3,386. 3,386. So that's why I can boldly say that it won't be long for me in the credit repair cloud or space, because I prefer residual income, passive income, not having to continue to rinse and repeat and get customers, right? And then just the mindset of me, dealing with people that doesn't look at credit as leveraging as an investment. I think it's wearing on me. So, I will focus on my books and everything, but I think the queen of credit, as it comes to credit consultation, is going to put up her crown, right? Is going to hang up the crown in that area, because if you're not doing it, you don't understand the mental stress. Yeah, I know, Jesus. So it obviously does not like me sharing Facebook. So at least I found out what the issue was today, because I was wondering what was going on. So YouTube, I guess, feel like that Facebook may be a competitor, and they don't like that. They don't like that at all. So if you all want to get in the home-based business, I probably will still share some videos. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because the $99 credit discount ends tonight, Eastern Standard Time, making the price only a small investment of $128. You can text me my phone to get started, to get you enrolled, 601-720-2063, right? Mark said we need more schooling, keep going. Okay. I'm trying to see if the numbers are going back. I was like, whoa, it dropped 600. So I see what YouTube doesn't like now. So yeah, don't want to share that. If Discover offer $4,000 to transfer into 10, I don't know what that means, only till 8/10, or wait for increases till 0 ends in 21. And rephrase that question. I don't understand what you're asking. All right, so rephrase that for me. Residual income, passive, yeah. Residual income, passive income, not repetitive income, meaning that I always have to get clients. I always have to deal with, it's so much. And I tell people that's because it's strategically done. Yeah, I know. As long as I was sharing a YouTube video, they were cool. As soon as I put that Facebook video on there, it dropped. I'm like, whoa. I mean, dropped like that. So at least I know what the issue is, right? At least I know what the issue is. But today is the last day for that that special credit discount. And I'm just trying to get people in ahead of the curve. Unemployment is ending on 25th or 26th. The $600 additional from the government. So 25th or 26th. And, for the people, I don't know where they went to or where it dropped or you fell off. But if you're catching this at the end, you need to re-watch this video. It was a lot of jewels dropped in here about using credit, leveraging your credit to create more cash flow, right? Revisioning your credit. The interview with Prince Donald, I shared that in the YouTube. So if you're watching this at the end, you want to watch the beginning of this video. And we talk about Bible is a bank, right? Bible is a book on banking, prosperity preaching, and woman's worth. Y'all can tell I'm a school teacher, right? Because we always have to recap the end of the lesson, right? So, and let me try to answer your question. I'm out. So if you all want to take advantage of that $99 stimulus credit, text 601-720-2063, credit and cash flow. and I will get you started. And let me get Ann's question. Should I take, okay, hold up. That should be checking account or wait for more money increase. Okay, so Discover offer you a $4,000 to transfer into your checking account or wait for your money to increase. So I'm assuming you're asking me, should you take the $4,000 transfer or wait until your income increases, right? Yes, Carissa. Yeah, it fell off when I put Facebook on there. And yeah, when I stopped teaching. So maybe people want to hear me. They don't want to hear a millionaire more. They rather hear the queen than a millionaire. I guess it's my channel, so maybe they do just want to hear me, right? So you're right. You're right. So I think your question, Ann, has many moving pieces. And that's why I don't like advising people if I'm not looking at or know their total situation. But just on what, I hear you. Please, Queen, don't hurt them, Carissa. I got you. Please, Queen, don't hurt them. You're going to have a queen when this home-based business going on, because I'm going back. Thank you all. You all showing me so much digital love. I'm going back to credit, and I'm going back hard. I'm coming back to teaching this with a vengeance. When this when our home-based business, I'm still gonna be focused on the home-based business because you all need cash flow. But I gotta teach you. I gotta teach you chess and not checkers, right? So, but the $4,000 balance transfer, back to that question, with Discover, is it at 0%? If it is at 0% interest rate, for how many months, right? And what would you do with it? What would you do with that balance transfer of $4,000? Would you just keep it in reserves in your bank account in the event that you need to pay your mortgage or rent for maybe 3-4 months? You saying wait till your income, maybe you may be the one that's receiving unemployment or the stimulus, or maybe you feel like your job may not be as it's not a for sure thing or stable. It's, for lack of better words, stable in this economy. And so some people are just doing balance transfers, especially if they get them at 0% interest rate, to have that money in reserves, right? So they can pay their rent for the next 3 months because they feel like their job is not stable. So, Ann, I hope that helped you. I don't know the agreement, right? Okay, so do you not have a home right now? Do you not have anywhere to live, or are you renting, or your apartment or condo? So, it's just hard for me to answer that because I don't know the situation. So thank you so much, Carissa. And I don't want to give people, and thank you all so much for those positive things. 313 Detroit, we're not going to start with you today, Mark. You're going to be good. But did you all know, for example, that mobile homes, because I'm from Mississippi, right? And mobile homes are a big investment if you have the land and you are a landlord for mobile homes, you're renting them out. So in the South, people live in those mobile homes. Down south, affordable, and landlords are becoming rich from mobile parks, right? From leasing and renting and maintaining those out. And just consider all the factors, right? I'm not sure if you're saying that $4,000 will buy you a mobile home, right? But look at the conditions. Look at if it's going to be 0% interest rate balance transfer for how many months, 15, 18 months, 12 months. And then you calculate that accordingly, that if it's going to be for a year, maybe 12 months, 0% interest, $4,000, would you have $400 a month to pay, right, towards that balance transfer to pay it off before the introduction rate ends? Because what will happen is, if you don't pay the balance off in full in that time frame, 12 months, 15 months, or 18 months, you'll incur all the interest that were supposedly applied to the card from the beginning, right, of the balance transfer period, right? And so, yeah, I tell people to have a plan with their balance transfer, because if you don't pay it off at the end, before, during that introductory period, it will accumulate and occur interest, and all that back interest will backpile on you, and it'll be due. And on all your purchases or whatever that balance transfer amount. Okay, and I thank you all as well. The Queen will be back. Just know I'm sharing this stuff with the home-based business, because credit without cash flow will leave you broke, right? You gotta have them. You gotta have the Queen and the King. Cash is just the pawn. You got to have the Queen and the King together. You have to, income is just the pawn, right? Income is just the pawn. Your paycheck is just the pawn. You gotta have the credit and the cash flow. All right, I'm signing out. Queen of Credit, here's to your health and wealth, peace and prosperity, and your credit and your cash flow.